Overspending on credit cards. Let's get started. Hi Christine. Good afternoon. How's it going?
It's so great to catch up with you. How's everything?
I'm good. I'm just back from Sydney for a business trip.
Are you enjoying the trip?
It's been great. I've stayed behind and visited some of the unmissable attractions and landmarks. The seafood is incredibly well.
I haven't got the chance to experience holiday. I'm fully occupied with my work.
Are you still working at the media agency?
Yes. I've got so many tasks. I always work overtime to prepare media plans for my clients. I feel so exhausted.
Many companies are now willing to increase the budget of digital marketing. That's why you're terribly busy.
Yes. People got used to work from home during the pandemic. My boss is expecting the employees to work after office hours now.
Pushing the employees too hard for too long will unavoidably affect work-life balance. Please try to recharge yourself during weekend.
The prolonged stress at the workplace is sometimes causing me burnout.
You should take some breaks if you've worked too long.
During weekend, I go for shopping because it can help relieve my stress.
Are you sure? I think that there are plenty of workarounds to energize your mind instead of shopping.
I was filled up with joy and satisfaction during online shopping.
Good heavens. You should try not to get into the habit of shopping, driven by the pressure. It's not the right approach to solve your problem.
You may be surprised that I even spent more when I was promoted 3 months ago.
Oh my God. I bet you that you'll encounter a big problem.
I do not know why I've strong desire of showing my social status. I guess that I'm feeling so tense after taking more responsibilities after promotion. My credit card's limits were nearly used up.
No way. Are you aware of the high interest rate of the credit cards?
Yes. However, I could not control myself when making those impulsive shopping decisions.
You should carefully manage your credit cards. It would cause high finance charge if you only pay for the minimum balance each month.
I did not pay for the full amount. How's the calculation of interest?
If you pay for the minimum balance, or make partial repayment, new spending will immediately be charged for the interest rate.
You mean whenever I cannot pay for the full payment, banks will start calculating the interest of the new spending on the same day?
Of course. Many people are still not very clear of the severity and impact. It will rack up unnecessary high interest.
I confess that I cannot manage the payment well.
As you're busy with your work, it's not an odd issue for missing the due date of each credit card. Moreover, we sometimes bind our credit cards with different mobile wallets. Purchase can be completed seamlessly and instantly, without carrying cash and physical credit cards. We may not have a clear picture of the overall expense in a month. If you cannot systematically record the details of expense, you may get blurred and confused of how much you've spent. Some banks have provided a tool for tracking the spending and expense automatically at mobile banking. It can not only save your time of entering transaction records, but also give a clearer picture of the categories of your spending. By the way, are you holding more than one credit card?
Yes. I got 5 credit cards. It's so easy to get the approval, and I was attracted by the welcome gifts of the banks.
Come on. There's no such thing as a free lunch. In order to be qualified with the gift, you should achieve certain spending.
You're right. I also found that the spending was not a must.
Please do not fall into the trap of such gimmick. The objective of the banks is to attract customer holding the first credit card with them. Next, they can sell other banking services and generate more profitable incomes from those customers in the long run. You should be cautious about the due date of repayment for each credit card.
I'm aware of the late charge for overdue payment. As of a bad memory, I sometimes miss the due date.
If you withdraw the cash from your credit card through ATM for settling the payment, it'll be another disaster.
Is it a cash advance transaction?
No doubt. Banks will charge a very high interest rate on cash advance.
I understood. The debt will be accumulated with the high interest rate.
If you cannot repay your debt on time, your credit score will also be lowered. It may be difficult for you to apply for different loans, for example, mortgage and car in the future. Or you cannot be offered with the best interest rate for such lending. Making the payment on time and refraining from more debt are both important. If not, it'll become debt snowball that you cannot pay off your debt. Consequently, you may need to arrange debt consolidation or even go for bankruptcy. Please follow my advice. First, please immediately make full payment of your outstanding balance. Next, please close some credit cards and keep one only. Finally, please go for hiking with me during weekend. I'm sure that you can relieve your stress and anxiety. Did you hear about sustainable living?
I've no idea of it. Is it related to minimalism?
It's a new trend of lifestyle. We sometimes purchase things that we hardly use. Hence, we should buy less and consume less for protecting environment.
It's cool. I take your point. I sometimes throw a lot of things away.
There are increasing fraudulent use of credit cards for online shopping. The more credit cards you hold, the higher your cards are at risk.
I appreciate your suggestion. I'll remind myself and take action now.
Please do not overspend on your credit card again. It's a bottomless pit and will bring you so much troubles.
Thanks for your fruitful advice. Let's catch up later.
Tips for saving money. Let's get started. Hi Sandy. Are you off today?
Yes. Actually, I found a part-time job recently. I've just back from work during weekend, and I'm so tired today.
Oh, my friend. Why not taking some rest during holiday? You should relax and enjoy your personal free time after a busy week.
I'm okay. Hey, we're still young and energetic, right?
Yes. Time flies. We graduated from the college 2 years ago.
My memory was still filled with our happy, funny, and unforgettable moment at school.
Me, as well. Work is sometimes boring now. In fact, I've no idea of my future planning.
I'm planning to enrich my knowledge and go back to school. I would like to take a master course 5 years later.
It sounds great. And are you considering a full-time mode?
Yes. It's my short-term goal to attend the full-time course. Therefore, I'm now trying different ways to save up enough money for the school fee within 2 to 3 years.
It's cool. Although I do not have any short-term goal, it's always my interested topic in managing money well.
Good. I've researched some tips for financial management. You know, it's very important to start savings as young as possible.
Really? I think it's a good starting point to control the budget by spending money wisely.
It's true. Basic principle goes to the difference between needs versus wants. I always think twice before purchase.
Needs is an essential requirement or a necessity, whereas wants is a desire, which is not necessary for our survival at all.
To have a more complete picture of my spending in a month, I use Money Management mobile app to track my spending and the detail of each category. It's simple to take photo of receipts, and expenses will be recorded by category automatically.
You are so smart.
I can clearly track non-essential spending, and will be more conscious about the unnecessary expenses. Based on the figures, it would drive me to change my habit, for the purpose of reducing spending.
It's awesome. I think I should also try to make use of the financial management tool.
Yes. It can remind me where the money goes. I'll be more careful when spending money on those items that are based on unplanned decision. It's certainly useful for me to achieve my target savings amount each month.
I do not know why I sometimes have a bad memory. I forgot to pay the credit card payment several times, and felt surprised of the extremely high interest fee.
To avoid this situation, you should set up the credit card payment immediately at digital banking. Please do not delay the action. Once receiving your e-copy or physical copy of your statement, you can simply set up forward-dated payment based on the designated payment date of the statement. It can solve the problem of your bad memory.
Yes. I'll bear in mind to stay out of debt, and there is no excuse for late payment, because all the payment transactions can be checked and tracked conveniently online.
It's also not worth for paying such high interest, due to this reason. As an alternative, you can also consider paying debit card rather than credit card each time. By using debit card, the payment will be made through the deduction of money from your savings account immediately.
I understood. It's transparent, and there will not be the case of racking up interest-bearing balances, and finally coming up with high-interest loan.
Correct. You can check your balance and know the status of your account activity.
Do you think saving 30% of my monthly salary is good?
It's not bad. I think it's totally not acceptable to have expense exceeding the income. Exercising self-control is truly crucial for accumulating savings.
I try different means to save more each month. However, it seemed infeasible. Though spending cannot be avoided.
There are both ways to increase your savings. First, you can increase your income by contributing your personal time at weekend.
Oh. Finding a part-time job at weekend?
Yes. It may sometimes cause you feeling exhausted. If you've a clear personal goal, it would not be an obstacle, and you can overcome it.
What's my short-term goal? I think that I would like to buy a small apartment after 5 years.
Good. You can either find a part-time job or be more devoted to your work for making achievement.
I think that the prospect of my job is quite good. I've good working relationship with my boss. If I stay at the existing employer for another 3 years, it's not difficult for me to get promoted. If I can be promoted, I'll be able to grow my money.
It may not be true for growing savings even your salary is increased. Unless that you can be disciplined with prioritization and have the skills of managing wealth. I think overspending is the key to failure. It all comes down to your attitude towards financial management and spending. There are some saving tips for your reference. First, please avoid impulse purchase. It's caused by the irrational thinking. As mentioned before, the item to be purchased is classified as needs versus wants. In addition, if you can't comfortably afford it, you should rethink before purchase.
I'm so outgoing, and it's actually not easy for me to master it well. I'll try to handle it.
Based on some researches, it's the common problem of youngsters.
What's the second one?
Second, please compare price at different retail and online stores. Especially for internet-savvy consumers, with a group of consumers, to engage in product comparisons frequently before making purchase decisions. I currently use Comparison Shopping mobile app, which helped me to find the best deal conveniently. You may find that some stores can offer more competitive price. Being a smart consumer, you'll become more satisfied with the purchase, because we can get the most out of the money.
I can't imagine that technology increases our efficiency of filtering criteria and finding the most suitable product within several minutes. It's amazing.
Third, please check if substitute can be considered for similar product, but at a relatively cheaper price. If the purchase of items can also be cut finally, it would definitely be good for the environment, because less is more.
It's the knowledge that everyone should take note of it.
If you pay more attention of the spending habit, it can help increasing your savings gradually.
Thank you so much. I'll follow some of the tips.
If you do not walk the talk and are able to execute the action, it is likely to save an extra of 20% more from your monthly income.
Right. It's unquestionable that those mobile apps can provide us extra information of the e-commerce merchants, in addition to pricing. They include refund policy, delivery time, and shipping cost.
Please also be reminded to reserve money for emergency fund. As a conservative approach, it would sometimes be your monthly expenses, lasting for 6 months. In case of any unexpected issue, it can avoid any financial burden or trouble. A difficult period.
If I can save up to $50,000, I would like to start my investment. For example, buying stock to generate profit.
Investment involves risks. You may consider other low-risk approach. For example, you can purchase fixed amount of stock in a monthly basis, so that you can enjoy the opportunity of lower average cost over the investment period, as well as the potential growth of the stocks.
That's a good idea. I can buy more shares when the stock price is low, and fewer shares when the stock price is high.
If you would like to purchase stocks at one time, please learn basic stock analysis, which can help making right investment decision. Buying stocks involve both analytical and psychological skills. It's a common mistake that some investors may invest in the unknown. Unfortunately, the stock price drops significantly. Indeed, it's not easy to earn money at the complicated stock market.
I heard from my dad that there was no guarantee of the return. Although the yields may be a better return than savings, the news of the stock may suddenly cause the stock price going down unexpectedly.
Agreed. You should diversify the risks by investing in products with low, medium and high risks. As a result, you'll not be frustrated due to the drop of value of the overall portfolio. There is so much knowledge and skill that we should learn in detail. Having strong willpower and resisting temptation are both important for managing personal finance as well.
I'm clear of my goal now. Let me join you to start budgeting.
Let's plan the expenses and savings, set our goals, and monitor the result. My dream is to have financial independence earlier, that my savings and investment can sustain my lifestyle indefinitely.
I would love to retire early, rather than the mandated retirement age as well.
Same to you. Let's catch up later.
Basics for buy now, pay later. How does it work for buy now, pay later? How does it work for buy now, pay later? During the purchase, you can pay for small amounts first and get the goods immediately. The remaining amounts will be paid in a few installments. During the purchase, you can pay for small amounts first and get the goods immediately. The remaining amounts will be paid in a few installments. Is buy now, pay later a form of borrowing? Is buy now, pay later a form of borrowing? Yes. Buy now, pay later providers make full payments to the merchants on behalf of customers. Next, customers will pay back the providers by installments. Hence, customers actually borrow money from the providers. Yes. Buy now, pay later providers make full payments to the merchants on behalf of customers. Next, customers will pay back the providers by installments. Hence, customers actually borrow money from the providers. Is it difficult to apply for buy now, pay later? Is it difficult to apply for buy now, pay later? The barrier is low for buy now, pay later, as compared with that of credit card. Income proof and credit checking are not required for buy now, pay later, but for credit card. The barrier is low for buy now, pay later, as compared with that of credit card. Income proof and credit checking are not required for buy now, pay later, but for credit card. What's the implication of application without income proof? What's the implication of application without income proof? If you're a student, a housewife, self-employed, or do not have stable income, you can still apply for installments loan with buy now, pay later. If you're a student, a housewife, self-employed, or do not have stable income, you can still apply for installments loan with buy now, pay later. Why is buy now, pay later so popular for customers? Why is buy now, pay later so popular for customers? The choices of product are many, ranging from daily necessities to more expensive items. Different merchants are willing to partner with buy now, pay later providers for increasing sales opportunities. The choices of product are many, ranging from daily necessities to more expensive items. Different merchants are willing to partner with buy now, pay later providers for increasing sales opportunities. How is the flow of making an installment with buy now, pay later? How is the flow of making an installment with buy now, pay later? First, you can open an account at the buy now, pay later platform. During checkout at the merchant's website, you can simply select the buy now, pay later provider and input the payment arrangement. First, you can open an account at the buy now, pay later platform. During checkout at the merchant's website, you can simply select the buy now, pay later provider and input the payment arrangement. Is it actually free when using buy now, pay later? Is it actually free when using buy now, pay later? Not exactly. You're required to pay for interest or delay fee when any repayment in a series of installments is delayed. Not exactly. You're required to pay for interest or delay fee when any repayment in a series of installments is delayed. How can I avoid overspending? How can I avoid overspending? The payment plan of buy now, pay later is simple. It indirectly encourages impulse spending. You should assess the item that should be purchased or not seriously. The payment plan of buy now, pay later is simple. It indirectly encourages impulse spending. You should assess the item that should be purchased or not seriously. What is the consequence of delayed repayment? What is the consequence of delayed repayment? As buy now, pay later takes a form of borrowing, it'll affect your credit score. It may also accumulate and become your unaffordable debt if you hold several accounts with many delayed payments. As buy now, pay later takes a form of borrowing, it'll affect your credit score. It may also accumulate and become your unaffordable debt if you hold several accounts with many delayed payments. Under what circumstances should I select buy now, pay later, or credit card for installment? Under what circumstances should I select buy now, pay later, or credit card for installment? Buy now, pay later providers usually offer a few repayment periods. For example, 3 months, whereas credit card companies provide flexible repayment periods. For example, 6 months, 1 year, or more. Buy now, pay later providers usually offer a few repayment periods. For example, 3 months, whereas credit card companies provide flexible repayment periods. For example, 6 months, 1 year, or more. How should I choose buy now, pay later providers? How should I choose buy now, pay later providers? Please read the terms and conditions carefully. For example, hidden costs for delayed payment, arrangement of shipping, refund, and return policies. Please read the terms and conditions carefully. For example, hidden costs for delayed payment, arrangement of shipping, refund, and return policies. How can I get more protection when selecting buy now, pay later providers? How can I get more protection when selecting buy now, pay later providers? The refund and return policies of buy now, pay later providers vary and can be tricky. You should check the procedure and understand buyer protection policy in detail before signing up the providers. The refund and return policies of buy now, pay later providers vary and can be tricky. You should check the procedure and understand buyer protection policy in detail before signing up the providers. How can I avoid the case of delayed repayment? How can I avoid the case of delayed repayment? Please set reminders or auto-debiting of account. If not, you may accumulate more debt when using several providers. Please set reminders or auto-debiting of account. If not, you may accumulate more debt when using several providers. What may be the unexpected issue of using buy now, pay later? What may be the unexpected issue of using buy now, pay later? The buy now, pay later market is not as mature as that of credit card. It may take extra time to settle disputes or return products purchased with buy now, pay later providers. The buy now, pay later market is not as mature as that of credit card. It may take extra time to settle disputes or return products purchased with buy now, pay later providers.